that ideology maybe doesn't matter as much as you thought.
Bro, what are you saying? That's so crazy. Dude, are you on crack? Did you just point to Russian grocery prices as a good thing that we must have in America? I don't want to be like one of those guys on Twitter that you hear all the time, or like, actually, what you are describing is deflation. But it's so weird. Like, do you know what the wages look like in Russia, my boy? What are you saying? Bro, he's literally like those lifestyle influencers that go to Bali, right? And they're like, here's what I do as a work from home Instagram model. I moved to Bali, and for $100, I live in a chateau with slaves. And it's like, yeah, no, dog. It's a much poorer country. The do you mean?
If you take people's standard of living and you tank it through filth and crime and inflation, and they literally can't buy the groceries they want, at that point, maybe it matters less what you say or whether you're a good person or a bad person. You're wrecking people.
The average monthly salary in Russia is like $750 or so. 4 weeks of this will be over $400, barely affordable with other monthly costs.
Lives in their country, and that's what our leaders have done to us. And coming to a Russian grocery store, the heart of evil, and seeing what things cost and how people live, it will radicalize you against our leaders. That's how I feel anyway.
Dude, what is happening? That's so weird. Isn't he supposed to be like pro-America? I'm actually kind of confused by this. His Metro video is much better. Oh, he did a Metro video? Like, I genuinely don't understand what he's doing. Like, what? Is there a market for this in America? Are people in America like, yeah, we love Russia that much? Like, what? Is this treason? Least insane liberal. No, it's not treason, brother. I mean, this is not. I think that it's interesting. Like, I would love to go to Russia and see how people are living, and but overall it's like very odd. He's like, look at how great things are. Dude, I swear to God, there's nothing funnier than looking at Russia as a place that has no crime and no drugs, where things are very stable. Like, what the by the way, everything he's doing in Russia, he could do in China, for the record.
We're standing in front of the Kievskaya metro station, and there's a train station next to it. Now, the metro station was built by Joseph Stalin 70 years ago. And the question is, how's it doing now, after 70 years? So we went into it to take a look, and what we found shocked us.
What is this music that he's playing? He's just walking into the metro station. Why is it like he's doing like a secret covert mission? Like, motherfuckers out here acting like he's Sam Fisher or something for walking into the metro? What?
There's no graffiti, there's no filth, there are no foul smells, there are no bums or drug addicts or rapists or people waiting to push you onto the train tracks and kill you. No.
That's cute though. That's like a cute little mouse. That's a cute rat, dude. Let the rat eat his churros, man. Chill.
It's perfectly clean and orderly. And how do you explain that? We're not even going to guess. That's not our job. We're only going to ask the question. And if your response is to shout at us slogans dumber than the slogans we used to call Soviet and mock, that's not really an answer.
There's nothing I despise more than a libertarian, reactionary piece of going to a country with like good foundations as far as like public transit goes, directly as a consequence of the USSR, mind you, simultaneously coming back to America and continuing his endless endeavors against public transit. It's like, you're such a bad person, dude. You're a piece of. He's literally doing what Stalin intended with the Metro broadcast, Moscow wealth and infrastructure to show Russia strong, Lamau. How are you gonna say that like public transit is gross and disgusting in America? And by the way, also simultaneously talking about like how there's no crime or homeless people in Russia is also, once again, I have to repeat this. There is definitely crime and homelessness in Russia. What the is he saying?
So we'll stop the lecture and let you take a look for yourself at what the Kievskaya metro station in Moscow, Russia looks like today, February 2024, in the middle of a war.
This is beautiful. I'm so mad at him. He is not worthy of gracing one of the most incredible achievements of the USSR, you piece of. You don't get to glorify the phenomenal achievements while simultaneously on America doing anything of the sort. Disgusting. I'm dying. He's literally showing, oh my God, he's showing USSR mosaic propaganda. It's crazy. This is what is happening right now. This is a video I would make. I would make this video with like the correct lessons to be learned from this, which is that we should fund the arts. We should fund public transit. It's making me so mad. Imagine how bad he'd lose his U.S. government funded something like this in a major U.S. city. Yeah. Also, here's another fun fact. Okay. A lot of the Soviet propaganda also featured, like, because the USSR was massive and had so many different ethnicities, even though there was Russification initiatives, if America made the equivalent of this kind of propaganda poster and put it inside of a metro, Tucker Carlson would literally talk about it for 8 episodes, being like, why are they putting gay people on propaganda posters? Why is there a black person in the propaganda poster? What's going on? Why is America so woke now? Why is it that the only thing we care about is wokeness in this country? Does this piece of art need to exist inside of a metro station? Do we have to constantly be reminded of the fact that there are black people in the country living alongside us? What are you doing? What the f- are you doing? This is literally DEI woke that the USSR was doing. It's so dumb. A lot of Soviet art and a lot of Soviet propaganda was like this. This passes Tucker's Bechdel test because the black guy's in the background. Yeah, I think that's why. It's fine. At least they put the black guy in the background and not in the foreground, even though there are plenty of posters from the USSR era with black people in the foreground as well, or in the front. I'm in awe of this guy being like, look at the incredible metro station that was built in Soviet Russia, okay, in the USSR. But don't make any inferences to anything beyond that. It's just annoying. It's annoying to me because, like, modern Russia didn't build this. Capitalist Russia did not build this. Capitalist Russia, as a matter of fact, barely sustains it, okay? That sucks. It makes me mad. It makes me so mad. Maybe it's not a surprise to many of you in here, but like the Ukrainian Kiev metro station also looks like this. I wonder why. It's like how FDR and his New Deal built a pretty solid foundation for American society to thrive off of that we still benefit from to this day. A little bit of central planning goes such a long goddamn way, dude. And to be fair, we haven't ever stopped central planning. We just changed who we care about in said central planning. Will this radicalize hogs into believing that public transit could be good? Maybe. I don't think so. Probably not. Oh, by the way, yeah, here it is. Here's a station in the Kiev metro system that serves Kiev, the capital city of Ukraine. The station was opened as a part of the first segment of the Syretsko-Pecherska line on the 31st of December 1989. It serves as a transfer station. The original design plans for the station call for a clean utilitarian structure typical of metro stations of that period. It's very, very frustrating. The Tucker YouTube videos are going to be a content goldmine, I think. I mean, he should just stay in Russia and keep pumping these bad boys out, I think. I can't believe this got 1 million views in like 2 days, too. What are the comments saying? I'm Italian. Every time I return a trip from Russia, I try to explain to my friends how much order there is in the city. There are many attractions and impressive buildings, and the people are peaceful. I guess one of the biggest problems here in America is that even our big cities that are supposed to be like very obviously massively wealthy have a ton of economic insecurity and income and wealth inequality that shows in the form of, like, you know, homelessness everywhere. Yeah, if you go to any tier 1 Chinese city, you will get this times 1,000. Obviously, a major difference there between a Chinese tier 1 city versus like the Chinese countryside. A similar issue persists in Russia as well, and in many places, except in America, we don't even have like good propaganda areas that we could show as like a positive, if that makes sense.
I ordered, I'm embarrassed. I ordered a cheeseburger, I ordered 2 cheeseburgers, large Coke, large fries, and a chocolate cake. We're back in the van. We've just come back from the Ersatz Moscow McDonald's. Tasty, that's it.
I'm losing my mind with him constantly comparing the prices in Russia to American prices. That's so funny.
I'll admit, I have not been to a fast food place in quite some time.
Tucker Carlson doesn't understand how like currency exchange rates work. Tucker Carlson doesn't understand how like in other countries things are, especially food, is like going to be a lot cheaper. Obviously wages are going to compare to the price of the food. I don't know how to describe this to someone.
So I'm not exactly current on the prices, but here's what it cost in Moscow. 647 rubles. That is exactly $7.05, I think. And for that, we got 2 cheeseburgers, large fries, large cola, Coke knockoff, and a piece of chocolate cake. Just couldn't resist. Is that healthy? No. I should say Putin banned GMO foods in Russia 4 years ago. I didn't ask him about that. I probably should have. But so maybe we're in a little better shape. I'm not sure. Anyway, here's what we have for that. Let's first go to the fries. McDonald's most famous product, the fries. These are tasty, that's it, Siberian-owned Russian fries. Everybody knows what a McDonald's French fry tastes like, so it's not going to be hard to assess.
America's genetically programmed to do car seat vlogs. That's so funny. Yeah, he has to do it in the car. He is an American after all.
Fries are a winner.